Welcome to our video tutorial on how to set up Act to synchronize with Exchange. What we're going to do here on this tutorial is to show you how to set up the users in Act and then basically synchronize those users with the mailboxes on the Exchange server. What we want to do here is to match each user in Act to a mailbox in Exchange and synchronize the data across so that that data can then make it over to your smartphones, Blackberries, and so on. This presentation is in three parts. The first part is how to set up the mailboxes in Exchange. The second part is how to set up your Outlook client to access those mailboxes. And the third part is to how to set up 123 Synchronizer to sync those Act users with those Outlook or Exchange mailboxes. This presentation is divided into three parts. The first part is how to set up the mailboxes in Exchange, how to provide the permissions for us to use one central account to access the mailboxes. Part 2 is how to set up the Outlook client to access those Exchange mailboxes. So how to configure an Outlook client to do that. And then part 3 is how to set up 123 Synchronizer to sync the Act users over to the Outlook Exchange mailboxes. So we're going to start an Exchange with the Exchange Management Console. What we're running here is the Small Business Server 2008 with, I think, is Exchange 2007. What we have is the 5 users that we have in Act: Betty Browser, Chris Huffman, Ernst Anderson, Fred Fenderline, and Melissa Pierce. What we're going to do is use Chris Huffman as our base administrator and allow Chris Huffman to access everybody else's, the Chris Huffman profile to access everybody else's profiles. The way we do that is we go to the Manage Access permission. We add. Let's look for Chris Huffman. There he is. We just say OK for this. So now Chris Huffman has access to that folder. So for the Ernst Anderson, we manage and basically look for Chris. And we say OK and allow Chris to access that folder. Fred Fenderline, same thing. Manage full permission. And then finally, Melissa Pierce. We allow Chris Huffman to access that folder as well. So we're now set up to access these folders from an Outlook client anywhere on the network, as long as we have access to this particular Exchange server. So now let's go to the Outlook client and then see how we set that up to access these folders.